Are you ready? Yeah, you are. Okay, let's do this thing. Welcome to Everyday Math in my closet. Okay, we're doing 1-2. You're like, wait, what happened to 1-1? 1-1 is lame. I'm skipping 1-1. They have some super lame little math box, and then the homework is like a letter to your parents. I know how to write letters to your parents, okay? Do I need the book to tell me how to write a letter to your parents? No, I don't. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, here we go. So, every time you show up for these little things, have that whiteboard that we gave you and one of these. And it wouldn't hurt to have some of these. These are socks. Clean socks, by the way. I haven't worn them yet. Okay? So, that's your eraser. Did I not explain that part? Okay. So here we go. Warm-up activities, okay? Every time, pretty much every lesson, I'm going to have some warm-ups. You're going to do them on the whiteboard, and then you're going to hit the little pause button on your video so that you can do the problems I wrote up on the board, and then you're going to hit the little play button, and then you can see if you got them right. So here are the first ones, kids. Hit the pause video and do the answers and things and stuff. Let's see if you know how. Yeah, you're back. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. 1/8 and 1/8 and 1/8. It's like an apple, an apple, an apple. You got 3 apples. You got 3/8. Did you say 3/24? No. You don't add those denominators. Got a numerator and then the denominator. Let's try that again. Denominator. D for down. Okay. A ninth, a ninth, a ninth, a ninth, a ninth. You got 5 of those. 5/9. Denominator always stays the same when you add. Do you remember this? It's coming back. The dust is blowing off my brain. Okay, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 6. That's 5, 6. I know. That was easy, okay? Don't be like, this is too easy, okay? So let me get the next ones up there. All right, dear fancy pants. Let's see if you can do these ones, all right? Hit the pause button and do them now on your whiteboard. Okay, here we go. A half, a half, a half. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these halves. The halves just stay the same. So 4 halves. We're like, well, 4 halves, that sounds weird. Another way to think of a fraction line is always a divided by line. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Yay. Okay, here we go. The eighths is going to stay the same. Denominator always stays the same. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those 6s. 4 times 6 is? God, that took you a long time. Come on, 4 times. There you go. All right, 24. 24 divided by 8? Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. 3/7. Okay, well, let's just put the 7 there, okay? 3 plus 4 is 7. 2 more is 9. 9 and 5 is 14. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Look, they came out so pretty. How'd you do with that one, okay? Clear that off there. Let's do the hardest, the third group. All right, here we go. Here's the next batch. Now, hit pause on your videos and start recording. You're copying those and things and stuff, okay? Do it. You done? Okay, good. All right, here we go. A third, a third, and third. Well, that's going to be thirds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 thirds. Okay. You can't do 4 divided by 3, can you? Yes, you can. How many 3s? Just ask yourself, how many 3s fits into 4? 1 of them do. You write down a big 1. How many are left over? 1 of them. So it becomes 1 and 1/3. That's like 1 left over. 1 out of 3 left over. So it's 1 and 1/3. All right, next one. There's the 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we? No, wait, 10. Okay. Sorry, got a little lost. All right, 10/3. How many 3s fit into 10? Wait for it, Brian. There you go. Some of you said 3. Some of you sat there with a glazed look on your face. You look like a donut, but not as tasty. Okay. 10 divided by 3. You got 3. How many are left over? 1, 1/3. Did I get that right? Oh, look, I cheated. I looked at the book. I have the answers right here. Teacher, cheater. Really close to each other. Okay, next. 12ths. We got 12ths here. Add them up. 3 and 7 is 10. 5 more makes 15. 10 more is 25. 12ths. How many 12s fit into 25? 2. How many are left over? Well, 2 times 12 is 24. So 1 left over. So it's 2 and 1/12. Did you get all that? No, that was a little harder. It's a little harder. Okay. Let me get my act together and tell you what you're doing for today's lesson. Okay, here we are. We're back. So, you're going to be doing pages 5 through pages 7. Wait, does that mean I do 7? Yes. that means when you see a little line like that in between, it means you do that, you do that, you do everything that comes in the middle of that. 3 pages. 3. Okay. So you're going to do 5, 6, and 7. It's mostly about area. This is not the first time you've heard about area, but let's talk about area for a second. Area is just the amount of space that's inside of a shape. So this is a weird shape, but it has an amount of space in there, and that's the area. If I wanted to find out exactly how much is in here, here's what do. We always break it up, any amount of shape we're talking about, into certain size squares. Like in this case, I'm drawing exact square inches, and I know that on your screen you can't see that I have the ability to draw incredibly perfect square inches, but yeah, those are exactly square inches, and those are all perfect, and it's true. So let's say that's a square inch. If I wanted to say how much area does this shape have, I could count up how many squares are in there. That works really well for the inside parts. It gets a little messy for these parts down here. It didn't work so well. But you could still get pretty darn close to knowing how big that shape is. Okay, so anything that is a sort of a flat, or it doesn't have to be flat, it could be curved, but it's a two-dimensional space. It's only got length and width. It's not about, like, the amount of air in the room you're in right now. We're not talking area, because air is three-dimensional. But the amount of space on the floor, that's area. The amount of space for you to put up a poster on the wall, that's area. Do you understand? Yes, you do. Okay, so turns out for certain shapes, you can quickly find the area. So today's lesson is all about the area in various rectangles. Okay, so you're going to do things like this. It'll be like 5 feet this way and 3 feet this way. And sometimes they're going to draw the little squares out for you, and sometimes they're not. You have to figure out the area. Well, here's how you find out the area of a rectangle. Revealed. Okay, here we go. The area of a rectangle equals length times the width. You just one of the sides times one of the other sides. Okay, if I stuck another 3 here, you don't do 3 times 5 times 3. You just do one of the directions going this way and one of the directions going that way. You multiply them together, you get good to go. Okay, that easy. So this would be 3 times 5, 15 square, in this case, feet, because that means feet. So if you're like, wait, how is that 15? Because 5, if I broke this up into 5s, it would look like this. That's perfect, man. Okay, there. If you count up those squares, pause it, man. They're 15. I'm not even doing it in front of you. It's 15. Okay, that's easy. So if it's a 4 by 6, it'd be 4 times 6. 3 by 7, 3 times 7. You get the idea. Now, it's gonna mess with you a little bit, because it's gonna do something like this. It's gonna say, well, this one is 6.5, and this is 4. We got 2 ways to think about this. You can do it either way. You can think, well, 6.5 times 4 just means 6.5 plus 6.5 plus 6.5 plus 6.5, right? Because it's, get out of there, 6.5 4 times. That's fine. But some of you are saying, wait, why add? I can multiply. Sure you can. You could do 6.5 times 4, which is not a bad way to do it. But here's how you have to do it. You have to do the 6 times the 4, and then you have to do the half times 4. You're like, wait, what's half times 4? Times and of are like 2 things you can swap out whenever you feel like in life. So what's half of 4? It's this. So 6 times 4 is 24. Half times 4 is 2. Put them together, you get 26. So 4 times 6.5 would be 26. You're like, I don't believe you. Okay, 6, 6, 6, and 6. That's the 24. A half, a half, a half, and a half. That's 2. It's right, man. You gotta trust me, okay? So, same thing it's going to do on the try this. It's going to mess with you like this. Do 7 1/3 or something like that times 2. Okay? So you could either do 7 1/3 plus 7 1/3, which in this case is probably easier. Or we could do 7 1/3 times 2, which is 7 times 2, 14, and 1/3 times 2. It starts to get harder. Okay, we're going to get this later, but do I want to do this now? Yeah, I want to do it now. Why not? It's like the first day of school. Not really, but sort of. All right. A third of 2. Third times 2. Here's how you do that. 1/3. Can you even see that? Barely, dude. Okay. Times. Anytime you're going to multiply and you got a whole number sitting here, you need to be able to write that 2 as a fraction, meaning it has a numerator and a denominator. That's really easy. Here's how you can do it for every whole number you've ever learned. Just stick it on the numerator and put a 1 below it. Was that hard? Because 2 divided by 1 is 2. So it's the same thing. Now you can do tops times tops and bottoms times bottoms. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. It's 2/3. Oh my God. Oh, I can tell you my math joke for the first time. Ready? 2/3. You guys say it like New York accent. Okay. 2/3. 2/3 walk into a bar. First third says the second third, you stink. It's a pretty good joke, huh? I invented it. You're going to hear it a lot this year. It's my favorite fraction. Okay, so 7 times 2 is 14. A third times 2 is 2/3. Put them together and you get 14 and 2/3. Square whatever the unit was, like square inches, square miles, square feet, square blah, I don't know. It's just, you get the idea. Okay? Is there anything else you need to know? No, I don't think so. Go up. Wait, let's look. Before I let you go. Yeah, so you're doing 5, 6, and 7. 7's a math box. You can do that. And if you're like one of those freaky people and you're just like, wait, we skipped math box 1-1, you can go back and do that if you want. You can be one of those people that just does everything in life. But it's better to be a person that does everything important in life. And I'm telling you, 1-1 is not that important. I'm giving you permission to skip it, and I won't do that much in your life. All right, I've taken up enough of your day. Turn off this and go do your work.